has reaped the rewards of government, while the people have borne the cost. The establishment protected itself. This American carnage stops right here and stops right now.
That was Donald Trump in his inaugural address 8 years ago. One of the big questions is, first and foremost, what's he going to say in this year's inaugural address? And then, much more importantly, how he's going to govern. How is he going to govern, and how will it be different?
So I think this time around, you are likely to see him more emboldened. He has been here, he has done this before, and he now knows exactly what obstacles stood in his way last time. So I think Trump 2.0 is going to be everything to the max. You've seen that with some of his cabinet picks, many of them being people who are the people that he wants, not necessarily who perhaps an establishment Republican would pick. So I think what I expect from Donald Trump is everything that we got 4 years ago, but just turned up an extra degree.
I agree. And then the Supreme Court eliminating the guardrails of the presidency, him coming in and, all of his friends telling him that this is a mandate, although it's the second smallest victory that we've had outside of Bush v. Gore. And so he's going to come in very emboldened. And I don't think this Donald Trump is going to be similar to the last one at all. I think he realizes that he only has 4 years. The difference, however, and the substantive difference, and something we have to watch, and I know that media and journalists will watch it more now than we did with Joe Biden, is that he's 78 years old. The presidency ages you. And so I'm interested to see how Donald Trump continues to look, act, if he has the same vigor over the next 2, 3, 4 years, because being an 80-year-old president, as we've just seen for the last 4 years, is a bit much.
I think one of the differences, I'll let you have the last word on this one, Scott, because I know you got a lot to say. But I also think America, I think he knows he's actually got 2 years. And you've heard Susie Wiles talk about this, because you've got a midterm election. And I do think he's coming in hot, right? He's going to be bolder and all of that. But as we've talked about before, he also has put a lot of unelected corporate billionaires in positions where they actually stand to gain financially. And I think Americans are going to get sick of it. I think Americans are also going to get sick of kind of what we're going to see, which is a repeat of chaos on Capitol Hill. We've already seen sort of that clash with traditional conservative values around the budget, for example, and raising the debt ceiling with the president. I think he's not going to be able to figure out how to make folks bend to his will at every turn. And I think Democrats will stay out of the way and let folks see this. If this is what you want, here's the full Trump. And I do think within 2 years, when we get to a midterm, it's going to be too much. And I think you're going to see a backlash.
I'll tell you what I think Americans are sick of. Joe Biden, uncommon nonsense that comes out of the Democratic Party. And they're sick of feeling like this country has been running in place, stuck in quicksand for the last 4 years. 3/4 of Americans think we're on the wrong track. But there are hints of optimism in the American people. There was a CBS News survey that came out last weekend, and more Americans thought that Donald Trump would increase peace and stability in the world than that he would not. So you can start to feel the green shoots of optimism. And so when I look ahead to what he's going to do at the inaugural and what he could do in the first 100 days of his administration, I hope he senses that from the American people, hits the ground running, and strikes the optimistic notes, because I think people are tired of having weak leadership that has taken us off in the wrong direction. He has a real opportunity here to do something amazing, and I hope he does it.
Yeah, I guess I just think, again, unless he does something very quickly, I mean, he's already admitted